That's the fucking poster. Look, I'm going to swear in this episode, buckle up. I've been agonizing over how to properly convey the terribleness of this movie, and I think I got it. I'm going to show you one verse, just one verse, of his theme song. Ready? The whole fucking song is like this. For those of you who are unaware, Pure Hearts Into Chinese Showbiz is widely regarded as one of the worst Chinese movies to ever grace the silver screen. Of nearly 88,000 votes on Chinese review site Douban, 96% of them gave this movie a 1-star rating. It has a 1 star out of 10 on IMDb. Look at that damn poster. Needless to say, this movie became an internet sensation in China. Not in a so bad it's good sort of way.
Anyway, how is your sex life?
But rather, everyone despises this movie. From the movie itself, to the drama behind the scene, and everything it stands for. But I don't want to just make fun of this movie. Plenty of channels already did that. And comedy is not why you're here. You want a video essay. So I'm gonna dig into this pile of shit with my bare hands to show you how and why this movie is so bad and so offensive. Welcome to the worst Chinese movie ever made. Let's start with the writing, if you can call it writing. Pure Hearts Into Chinese Showbiz tells the story of a class in an acting school, and everyone's struggles and sacrifices in the pursuit of the dream career. And by everyone, I mean everyone. The film has whopping 11 plot lines. One minute we see this girl, whom I'll name Purity, you know why later, having a crush on his teacher.
我从来没有喜欢过谁，可是我竟然对文老师有一种别样的感觉。
Next minute, we're looking at these two chads walking around, hitting on girls. That's all we know about them, by the way. No, as in for the rest of the movie. And a minute later, two Stacys show up and start talking about how they date older rich men to get ahead in life. Not to mention the dance sequences. Yeah, dance sequence. Uncomfortable yet? The film has no structure. Summarizing it is practically impossible, but I'm going to try anyway. The main story, I think, is about the teacher, played by the writer-director. Are you f***ing surprised? His girlfriend leaves him one night because he's a failed artist and poor.
这还不是家，是租的。
To gain back her love, the teacher decides to, what else, make a movie with his students. In the process of funding his project, multiple of his students were sexually harassed and assaulted by perverted directors and producers, of course. So it's pretty much a story of him saving his students, sprinkled with unrelated plot lines, like this pretty boy getting into a relationship with a sugar mama, or this good boy losing his legs in a car accident. And that's it, that's the entire character arc. He shows up twice in the movie, once to establish him as a lone son in a poor single-parent household. Then he comes back later in the movie to lose his legs. Trust me, there is just about as much info in my narration as in the movie. Because, let's get to the heart of the problem here. The movie is just a quick amalgamation of tropes. Forbidden love between a teacher and a student, sexual bribery, the starving artist, the tragedy, sugar mama, mobsters, perverted directors, perverted producers, rape, suicide. These are not stories. They are shit that the director finds fascinating and inserted into the movie with no care whatsoever. The movie has no interest in further exploring these topics. The forbidden love bothers no one whatsoever. The sexual bribery takes Stacy 0 seconds to make the commitment. Suicide comes and goes with no ill effects on the characters. The director has nothing to say about any of these things. How could he? These are overused tropes from popular media, digested version of stories from other films and TV shows. It is not the director's personal experience. As a result, the characters and events are detached from reality. The film has no nuance or genuine emotion. It doesn't want to ask the hard questions. It is not interested in the substance of good movies. It just wants to look like other good movies. All it wants is to keep up an image. Keep that in mind as we go forward. When a movie is recognized as bad, it's more often than not aesthetically bad. And that's the fun part. I mean, how do you come to the conclusion that this looks good? But if we take what we learned from our discussion on the film's writing, suddenly this film's questionable aesthetic choices makes a lot more sense. Let's start with the title screen. Gold and diamond. I wonder what joke I'm going.
We were inspired by the Hall of Mueller in Versailles.
Pompous. That's how I describe this movie's aesthetic. From the John Wick inspired topography to the tacky variety show chapter screens, this movie is again a buffet of. Wait, what the f? Despite the film's focus on troubled artists and the half-hearted lesson on not taking shortcuts in the road to success,
你给我穿上。
the movie is hell-bent on putting up a wealthy display. From the landscape drone shots, to the boats, wines and babes, to race cars, to the inclusion of a skydiving scene at the end of the movie that serves no purpose, other than to blow the budget, I guess. Even though the story tells us we are in a sleazy area, the camera is practically licking this sexy DJ. In other words, the film doesn't even believe its own message. It wants to look rich, and is taking every shortcut to do so. And if you are still unconvinced, in the end credit, you can see the movie flaunts its expensive production. Helicopters, race cars, skydiving, pop stars. Jackie is proud of his stunts. That's what you see in his movie end credits. Stephen Chow is proud of his characters and jokes. That's what you see. This movie doesn't want to show you the acting. All it cares about is looking expensive, keeping up the appearance. Now, we know how is this movie bad. It's one big buffet of tropes. But the real question is, why? First, why is this bad? Well, obviously it's lazy. But then, why is laziness so bad? Well, let's take a closer look. Purity here has no character arc. Her entire point in the story is to be saved by the teacher from being sexually assaulted. Her purity and virginity become the most valuable and characteristic aspect of her.
你还没跟男的亲热过吧？
The pretty boy decides to leave this sugar mama, not because his conscience, as he was using the sugar mama's money to pursue another girl. He leaves because he's under too much pressure from cheating.
我每天压力实在是太大了。
His mistake almost kills his teacher. And his regret is enough to gain back the love of his girlfriend. And the teacher's love interest, she is not a real character. She exists as a roadblock and a reward. She has no ambition. Her only ambition is for the teacher to get good, so that she can marry him and have a good life.
我需要的是一个真正的家，一个厚实的肩膀。
Because when the director is too lazy to think about his story, unintentional messages begin to emerge.
是听说表演系美女多才考的。
Often, they are problematic views, internalized by a director who's unwilling to challenge himself.
尽管雅丽有点胖，但我真的很喜欢她。
In this case, it's misogyny, manifested on practically every single female character in this movie. When your desire in life isn't to pursue the substance, when you only want to keep up the image, your worst qualities will never go away, and they will manifest.
我这身衣服8000多。
But there is one character that's flawless, who does no wrong,
文老师很年轻，但很有才华。
played by the writer-director. The teacher's love interest is widely considered to be the most photogenic of all the actresses. Coincidentally, they are the only couple to have a kissing scene. all actors in this film are allegedly unpaid volunteers. Most of them, at the time of filming, were still students. They were frequently overworked. 9 actors chose to leave the production because of this. Actors were given extra duties unrelated to the film. The night before Chinese New Year, the director called and gathered them up for group activities. After only 3 hours of sleep, the director woke everyone up to participate in the flag ceremony. Behind-the-scene dramas are numerous in this production. That's why the film is so notorious.
我觉得那个不是 MV， 你们还记得它吗？那是一个黑历史合集。
When pre-release reviews were released, with quote-unquote experts giving hollow, non-specific compliments, Chinese audience understandably gets suspicious. A short investigation reveals that the film festival this movie was shown in is nothing more than an award farm. Finally, as soon as the film is released to the public, the reviews show the film as what it truly is, a piece of shit. Instead of accepting criticism, the director sued the review site for suppressing review scores. This movie isn't just bad, it is offensive. A narcissistic director with delusion of grandeur who refused to accept criticism and fails to see his moral failure. And I don't just hate the movie, I hate what it stands for. Searching has a budget of $880,000. Halloween, $325,000. The Following, $6,000. This movie cost over $3 million. And they can't even find a font that works properly. Half of the characters reverted back to the default font. Somehow, even the attempt at keeping up the appearance is half-assed. Just really shows you how much the director cares about this vanity project. Then again, what do you expect from an artist who's too lazy to challenge himself? At this point, I'm fairly confident that I put more thoughts into this movie than the director, and possibly any other human beings on Earth. So, I'm going to call it. I'm going to leave you with this scene, where the movie attempts to wrap up all 11 plot lines with a graduation drama. Enjoy.